what is being an English major in college like? Because let me tell you what I conceptualize it as. I took this one
Yes.
class called British Literature from
Oh, the worst
1700.
one.
Yeah, from 1700 to 1830, and
Mm,
I I've never wanted to die more than than like, hey, here's a book that's like 2,000, 3,000 pages, and like you gotta read it because there's a test, and like you're also
yeah.
paying an exorbitant amount of money for these fucking like classes. So that was my experience with college English classes. But as an English major, describe what that experience is like. Like, what are some of the conversations that happen in an English collegiate level class?
It is just like that, except that's your full schedule. And this is the thing, like I realized when I graduated that I probably should not have been an English major.
What would you do if you could go
Because
back?
oh, so hard. Um, Global studies or something like creative writing. Because creative writing was like the only class where I ever really felt like I would do the assignment and then I'd be like, I really want this to be good. Like I would go back and like edit it, work on it, like without anyone telling me to.
Hmm.
Whereas all my other English assignments, I was like, this is about as good as it's gonna get. And a lot of that was because it is really hard to be an English major for like one very clear reason, in that you have probably like four books going at the same time
Yeah.
that switch every 2 weeks. Because that's like what it normally for an English syllabus, it's like, okay, 2 weeks we're going to read this book, 2 weeks we're going to read this book, 2 weeks we're going to read this book. Plus, whatever online readings they add for your background and understanding. And then you multiply that times like four or five, and you're reading like four or five books at the same time. And everyone expects you to read about 200 pages, is probably like the pace I would say, like between a Monday to Wednesday. And like, unless you are someone who can read fast, I think you're just so screwed
Yeah, you're
just from
fucked.
how it's
Yeah.
set up.
Like and a couple thoughts on that. I feel like
Yeah.
it's like you I think it's cool because number one, you have to let your ego go, right? Like you basically have to just submit to like I am a funnel of consuming works that are amazing from other, quote unquote amazing, filled with good content, right? That other people have deemed good,
Mhm.
um, academic good, right? So you have to let your ego go, submit to that, and then basically like rediscover it as you like try to put your own ideas into your work, right? And I think that there's something cool about that idea. But for me, that was not an I couldn't do that. That sounds like hell to me. It was like
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. So that sounds fucking brutal. And I don't think I could have lasted a week doing that. I would have rather. I mean, I hated engineering so much, but I would have much rather done engineering
Oh
than.
my God, I always forget that were you like briefly an engineer? Because that's what you graduated in.
I was an engineer for 2 weeks, and then I was like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
not. This
couldn't catch
isn't.
me dead.